You're welcome back to Hello Nigeria, and it's time for our top story. As you can see, we have a +1 in the studio. A lot of you earlier this year must have heard the fact, we must have heard the buzzword alternative facts. Fake news is becoming more rampant and all of that, and we have no other than the country editor of Africa Fact Check Organization. And this week marks the International Fact Checking Day. Later on this week. He's here. His name is David Ajikobi. He's going to be telling us about the world of fact-checking, why it's important for us to fact-check news and also activities leading up to the celebrations of the International Fact-Checking Day. Nice to have you on Hello Nigeria, Mr. David Ajikobi.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. It's good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Now, International Fact-Checking Day. I know a number of people might not even know there's such a day as that. Why is it important for us to have such a day amidst all the things that we could have a day for?
Okay. First of all, this is the first time we're celebrating the International Fact-Checking Day. I'm the Nigeria editor of Africa Check, Africa's biggest fact-checking organization. We're in Lagos, Nairobi, Dakar, and Johannesburg. Why is fact-checking why are we marking this day? We realized that since the concept of fact-checking came about 5 years ago, the media, sometimes you are what you know. And sometimes the kind of information you see in the media space, you make decisions, you spend money, you go to places based on what you read in the media. And sometimes you just wonder, how accurate are these things I read?
When you talk about the media,
yes,
does it also include traditional media? Because in this era of social media and alternative and other means of getting news, people always look at them as the #1 culprit when it comes to fake news. Yeah. When you talk about the importance of this, does it cover traditional media too?
Yes,
are there traditional print news houses that put out alternative facts and fake news?
Yes, there are. In fact, before I came here, we're looking at putting together a list of fake news websites in Nigeria. We've already done it in South Africa, we've done it in Kenya, so we're looking at doing something similar in Nigeria because sometimes people are just looking for information about how to invest, where to buy things, where to do several things, and you'll be shocked at the kind of information out there. You can't, most of them is almost like beer parlor gossip, beer parlor gist. So we think that there has to be an amount of accuracy in the media space. Public debate has to be raised from just what you hear on the street to really fact-based conversations.
Is it really possible for us to get to the point where our conversation online will be fact-based? Because these days, all you need to do is to have access to the internet and you post out something. People are always eager to be the first to break the news. And in the process of doing that, lots of wrong information is going out. So how possible, really, in the real sense of it, is it possible for us to ensure that there's a mode by which people can check facts before it's coming out? Or it's just something that's...
What are the steps?
What are the steps?
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay. I think first and foremost, that's what organizations like Africa Check is doing. We're not just about traditional media. We realize that social media is actually very fast-paced.
Twitter, Instagram.
It's very fast-paced. So before you know to share something, let me give you an illustration. A popular entertainment owner of an entertainment outfit in Nigeria, you all know him, is a lawyer. And he tweeted something, and now he's in big trouble.
Make reference to that, yes.
You would expect that the lawyer should know better, but we are in an era where everything is fast-paced and all that. We think one of the things we do in Africa Check is we give people guides, we give people tips of how to spot fake news, how to spot hoaxes, how to spot alternative facts, so to say. Because particularly politicians, political claims, somebody comes and says, I have bid 20 days. I mean,
we have a case going on with a certain politician who has been to 100 universities.
Exactly.
All of them
has 8 degrees.
100 is an exaggeration, but they're all denying him. Now let's talk about on two things, and the other ones we'll speak about. The first one, you mentioned about the fact that giving wrong information, as in the case of, I'm sure we can mention because in the news, as in the case of Aldo Mekori, could get you into big trouble.
Yes.
A number of people do not know just to what extent it could get into trouble. So you think it's just me. I'm not a big figure, so I'm not a popular figure. So what kind of trouble can you get into for posting out information that is not fact-based?
You can actually get into a lot of trouble. You can get into as much trouble as, something as grave as the loss of somebody's life. You know, look at when the whole issue about Ebola was out there. And people were talking about going to bathe with salt and things like that.
People actually died from drinking salt.
Some people called me to tell me to bathe with salt.
So you see, those things...
People drank it in the night.
And for your information, some of those claims, some of those information were in the media, even some in traditional media.
Wow.
So you would expect that just a simple calling up a doctor or something, looking up a research to say, look, sir, this is what's going on, this is what's happening. What do you think about this? Is there any scientific basis or proof to
for this claim?
Exactly.